Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Without Filter with Marcella. Today we are here as always, as every week, and we're going to be live in English. So we dedicated this live as exclusivity in English for all the client or all the people they are potential online. So welcome everyone. And we're going to be start in just couple minutes. So here we are. Well, I'm introducing a little bit myself, okay, just to start. Okay, here we are today, okay, live in all the platform like TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, on the platform. And we have a special event specifically in English, okay, where we're going to buy to move. We're going to to talk about Valencia 2026, okay. So, my name is Marcello, and welcome in my channel. Okay, this is we are live, as I see from Valencia. It's gonna be 26th of August, and we have a very good temperature right here. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Welcome everyone. Here we are today. We are going to talk Valencia 2026. So we start in 3 minutes. Okay, so I let you enjoy a little bit of music before begin. In the meantime, we're waiting for all the people connected, and then we will start with our live event, okay, where we're going to talk about Valencia 2026. Okay, everyone. So, welcome again to our lives today. As I say before, we dedicated specifically this live in English. Okay, for all the people that can be well online and connected. We're going to talk about Valencia 2026. Well, welcome to the fourth English live. Okay, so um, hello everyone and welcome again. This actually is a special live for me because this is the first episode. Okay, that I am going completely in English. Okay, normally many of you know me from Spain and Italian content, but Valencia has become such an international city that I thought it was a time to create content specifically for the international community as well. So today we are going to talk about Valencia 2026. Okay, I'm sorry for the message, but of course we are online, but we're still working. Okay, so probably we receive a lot of message at this time. So um, let's keep going. So today we are going to talk about Valencia 2026. Okay, I hope that is becoming time to start. We start at 2 o'clock. That's just a little introduction, okay? And we will be ready soon to begin. Just a little passion, please, and we will be online. Y voilà, entendido. So it's a time to begin. So it's 2 o'clock. We are on time. So welcome everyone again. Okay, my name is Marcello Mauri. Okay, I'm the owner and the CEO of realestateValencia.es. Okay, we are we dedicate every day. Our job is like helping people to invest right here in Valencia, give information and study business and etc. 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 So today, our main point basically is like Valencia 2026. So now is the time to begin. So, as I said before, hello everyone, and welcome again in our live. We we do live every week. We have a different episode in different language. Specifically, we're going to speak and we're going to speak in English. We're going to speak in Spanish and in Italian. Okay, so if you of course like it, you can like it and follow us. Okay, so it's time to start. So this is actually like special live, as I say. Okay, so today we are going to talk about Valencia 2026. Now the podcast version of Valencia. Okay, it's not just like sunshine, beaches, paella, the city of art and science. Okay, Valencia is not only that. Our or for example, even we talking about like the garden touria, for example, is very nice. Today, I want to talk about the practical Valencia. I mean, what does what does really it's really cost to live here? Okay, what does it cost to buy? Okay, let's going to figure it out many different things right here. Um, is it still a good place to invest? So we have a lot of questions that we're going to view today all together. So which area should be the consider? Okay, and what's happened if interested instead buy an apartment, or you want to buy a business or open a restaurant, a cafe, or another commercial activity? So we're going to view all these points. Hello everyone to come right here today. So I got some water. Here we go. Hello, Halton. Hello, everyone. Today, welcome to the live channel. Today, we dedicate this event, this live here in English. So for the client, they speak the language. So we're going to talk about a little bit to Valencia 2026. So back to business. Today, we're going to talk about a practical Valencia. Okay. Um, what happened if instead of buying an apartment, we say you want to buy a business or open a restaurant or cafe or another commercial activity? Okay, because one of the questions I receive all the time is Valencia still worth in 2026? So today we're going to answer a little bit about that. And my answer is, of course, yes. But Valencia today is very different from Valencia 10 years ago. Okay. Um, Before we start, I would love to say where you are watching me from. Absolutely. So if you're watching from England, from US, from Spain, from French, write me in the comment. I will see it. For Canada, from North Europe. But I'm reading right now a little comment right here, so I can say in the different platform. So I'm going to answer you back as soon as possible for sure. I just want to remind you guys, absolutely, if you want to. If you want my content information, you can find in the webpage realestatevalencia.es. You can find all the information regarding. Okay, or also you can write me in a comment if you like, or if you are in TikTok, you can use the the button right here for plus service. Okay, so back to business. We're going to talk about that. Why is everyone talking about Valencia? So let's start with something very simple. Okay, why Valencia? Why has the city attracted so many international potential buyer? Okay, well, Mediterranean lifestyle, that's for sure. We have like very good climate. Okay, we have airport, we have a beach, we have the Turia Garden. We have a public transport. Also have food, university, international community. We also have connection with Madrid, Barcelona, relative size of city because it's nearby. And it make you compare with big city like LA or Los Angeles like that, and it's totally different. Here it's of course it's many much more people, but if you think about it, to move from Pasadena to I don't know to to even the airport, the nearby one, is gonna be hours with the traffic and driving. So it's just an example, of course, okay, but it's small enough to can cross like a large part of the city relative quickly. Okay, you can go from one part of Valencia to another part really quick because we talk about like just little kilometers. So like to the downtown to the beach is going to be like 7-8 kilometers. So it's pretty nearby. So back to our business, the municipality, the area of Valencia, okay, has 844,000, okay, resident at the beginning of 2025, according to the Valencia City Council, okay, and the wider metropolitan area exceed 1.5 million, okay, people. So this is not a small Spanish town. Valencia is a Spanish third largest city right now. Okay, so it has a real economy. So university, let's say industry, tourism, technology, logistic, port activity, real estate, hospitality, and increasing international population. That's for sure. So uh, is an important point of course is a very important point, of course, to think about it, but there is something that the international buyer need to understand, to my opinion. um, Valencia is no longer the secret affordable Mediterranean city that almost nobody know about it. So, and when demand increase faster, then supplies price change. Everybody agree on that. So the question is, how many of you visit Valencia uh, more than 10 years ago? This is very interesting to know. So you can write me on a comment, and we'll figure it out. We talk about it. Absolutely. And for the people that just arrived in the platform, okay, my name is Marcello. So Marcello Mauri, the CEO and owner of Real Estate Valencia .es. Okay, we are dedicated every day to helping people invest in right here in Valencia, buy property, find a store, find a commercial spot, and etc. So here we are today talking about Valencia 2026, it's a special event in English. So today we're going through this contest. So the things is, so how many of you people have visit Valencia more than 10 years ago? Valencia was different 10 years ago. Everybody know that the price increased, the city grow up. And right now is more international too. So let's going through this point today all together. So the property market, is Valencia still cheap? Well, now let's talk about the subject everybody wants to know about it. Property price. Okay, let's start about property price. Well, in July 2026, asking price for residential property in Valencia City were approximately 3,485 per square meter, according to Idealista, naturalmente, so everybody know the platform. Um, sorry, square meter. So that was around 8%, okay, higher than the years earlier. Okay, so this is an advised asking price, not necessarily final price, final transition price. Okay, so let's translate that in number to understand. Le- at 3,485 euro per square meter, and 80 square meter property would you theoretically be around 279K. So 100 square meter property would be around 348 500K. But average can be a very misleading. Okay, so because there is not one Valencia property market. Okay, so there are many different Valencias. A ver, so sorry, uh, different district. Okay, very different price. So, July 2026, the asking price reference included approximately, naturally, the area of Lake Sample, for example. Okay, let's make it a little joke. The example, for example, was like 5,101 euro per square meter. Okay. Uh, Citadella, okay, or Old Town, it will be like 4,100, 900. And El Pla de Real vale 4,100 euro per square meter. Extra Moors was like 3,750 per square meter. Camila Graus, okay, another area, is 3,563. Okay. Uh, while other districts included, for example, Patrix, 2,943. We talk about Jesus, 2,915. L'Olivereta, 2,664. Rascania, 2,486 euro per square meter. Okay. Hi, everyone. Hi, Carlos. How you doing today? Well, for all the people that just come here on the platform right here, welcome. I am Marcello Mauri from realestatevalencia.es. Right today we are live as every week, especially today in English for all our customer. They are asking for an event in English, so we are here today to talk about Valencia 2026. So welcome everyone. Naturally, if you like this live, you can like it and follow for next. So don't follow the next event. Okay, so just 1 second, I check it out. Right on. Okay. Yes. So, no, back to business. I'm sorry, I was reading the message. Hi, Mohammed. How you doing? Hi, everyone. Welcome. So, we are talking about different districts and very different prices. So, example. Okay, image somebody contact me from London. Okay, and say, Marcello, I have a 300K and I want to buy in Valencia. Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome. This information is not enough. I need to know: do you want to live here? It's an investment. Do you need a three bedroom, for example? Do you need a lift, a terrace, a parking? Do you want a historic center? I mean, everyone have a different needs. So for us, or for me especially, it's very important to know that in order to give it the best customer service and to best help. Excuse me. So because 300,000 in Lake Sample, for example, the area of Valencia we discussed about, they are 500 and over thousand per square meter. 300,000 in Rascania are two different things. We are two different price per square meter. So a property can be expensive for someone earning a local salary and still look inexpensive to somebody arriving with a capital from London, for example, for California, from wherever. Okay. New York, Paris, another high price market, Milano. So both things can be true at the same time. What I want to say, so where you will well we live in Valencia. Okay, if I get this question constantly. Okay. I mean almost every day. What is the best neighborhood in Valencia? And my answer is always, well, best for who? A ver, this is not a universal best neighborhood. You know, everyone have a different needs. A family have a different needs. A single person have a different needs. Everyone have a different needs, in my opinion. So, for example, uh, there is no a universal best neighborhood. Like example, Ruzafa, there are two areas of Valencia, just to let you know, okay, just to underline that. Okay, very popular with international buyer. Okay, restaurants, lifestyle, architecture. Okay, walking distance to the center. So, but the price reflect the popularity. So, Gran Via, Canova, other two area of Valencia, uh, more established, elegant, very central, premium residential environment. Again, not a budget area. Okay, so El Pla de Real, otras area, well, sorry, another area. I switch sometime. It's like a Spanglish things, but Plan de Real, an excellent, is, for example, is an excellent position. Okay, university, Turia Gardens, nearby, and very established residential demand. That's very important. Hola, hola. Hi, everyone. Well, to all the people just arrived here in the platform live, my name is Marcello Mauri from Real Estate Valencia.es. And right here, we are here today talking about Valencia 2026, give a some detail by area, by barrios, and things like that. So if you guys have any question regarding Valencia, you can write me in a comment or contact me in private, and you can find all the information in the webpage, or también in the bio right here in the end. So let's back to business, and let's talk about, for example, Old Town or Ciudad Vella. Vale, it's beautiful, beautiful, historic, a very special property. But buying an historic property require understanding the building itself. Okay, lift, protected elements, renovation, community cost, accessibility. You need to analyze the property, not just the address. Okay, I'm looking the various camera, naturalmente, of course, just to see everyone. Okay, for example, Camino El Grau, okay, other area of Valencia, interesting because you are between the city center and the coast. Some areas have changed dramatically over the last year. So, for example, Patriarchs or slash Jesus, vale, other area right here in Valencia. Um, this area can be interesting for buyers who want to remain in Valencia City but need more square meters for their budget. Okay. Benicalap, Rescania, L'Olivereta. Okay. So other three area right here in Valencia. Again, completely different price point and different profile of buyer. So, in the meantime, then we will continue, and then there is like a greater Valencia. We will talk about it like in a minute. Okay. For the people who just arrived on the platform, us first welcome on the channel. This is Without Filter with Marcello, okay, or Sin Filtro con Marcello. Right here we are from Valencia live, as always, every week, talk about Valencia 2026. We are discussing about like the area of Valencia, investment, square meter price of like commercial spot and homes. So now it's time to be back to our our life. So, and then there is a greater Valencia. Okay, so another mistake international buy make is that thinking that Valencia end at the city boundary. So, a ver, Mislata, for example, Burgasot, Paterna, Cuarte Poblet, Manises, Torrent, Alboraya, other metropolitan location depending on the buyer. So everything depending on your need. Okay. Why we make this slide? We make this slide giving information, okay, to approach people, and understand their need in order to give help for real. So if you work, for example, remotely, okay, image you work remotely, and if you have a children, or if you want more space, sometime 15 or 20 minutes can completely change what your budget buys. Vale? A ver, I'm giving a little question, okay? 70 square meter in a central Valencia. Okay. Example number one. Example number two, 110 square meter outside the center of Valencia. Better space, of course, and possibility of parking for sure, because in downtown Valencia is hard. So the mostly of the homes or the apartment things like that, they not include the garage, or the plaza garage. But anyway, so let's talk about another thing. So we have a different, that's me, what I want to say with that. I just want to say that for each person we have different needs. One time we have understand their need, we will for sure can help. So let's talk about a little bit about renting Valencia. Okay, now we arrive at the one of the most difficult subject in Valencia today: rent. In July 2026, advertised residential rents in Valencia City uh, were around like 16.3 per square meter per month, according to Idealista platform. Okay. Again, let's translate it. 16.3 per square meter, 60 square meter apartment is approximately 978 euro per month. 80 square meter, let's talk about 1,300. Okay. 100 square meter, we are over 1,600. So there is only mathematical example based on average asking price figure. So actually property can be much higher or lower. So a single let's make a practical example. Okay, I'm sorry, the microphone. So a practical example. Um, a single person, okay, a single person, image you earn like 1,700 per month, vale? Can you technically pay 1,000 euro rent? Question point. Well, there is another question. Alors, would you, yes, you can, absolutely, but would you have a comfortable lifestyle afterwards? Well, yeah, but there is another question: food, electricity, internet, transport, insurance, gym, entertainment, emergency, saving. I mean, there is many points you have to calculate it. So let's make another example. Let's talk about a couple, okay? Now image two people earning 1,700 each one. So we have 3,400 household income. Okay. And 1,200 or 1,300 rent become much more manageable for sure. The message is, so when people ask, is Valencia expensive? I always answer, tell me your income and your lifestyle first. Depends, because if you come in, I repeat, from downtown from Manhattan, New York, okay, probably it's super cheap right here. So depends where we compare that. So let's make another example. Let's say buy your home. Okay, if you are buying your home, a return on investment is important, but is isn't everything. Maybe you want natural light. Maybe you want a terrace, a school nearby. Maybe you want to like the Turia garden. Maybe you want to walk in distance to work. There is thing have a personal value. I mean, it's your home. So another example. Let's say you're an investor. Okay. For an investor, I mean, emotion needs to become much less important. So we need numbers. I mean, purchase price, taxes, and acquisition cost, renovation, furniture, except the rent, community fee, insurance, maintenance, vacancy, taxation. I mean, finances, future liquidity. I mean, we have a point. They are very, very important. So I'm gonna give you another simple example. Property purchase, right? Okay. So 250K. You cannot simply say, well, 50,000 divided by 250K equal 6%. Therefore, my return is 6%. It's not like that because the investor didn't necessarily spend only 2050 grand. They may be acquisition costs, renovation, furniture, and ongoing cost. Okay, so gross yield is useful. Net return is what pay the bill. Okay, so yeah. So another important point, I would you also be very careful with anybody who tell you, well, buy anything in Valencia, it always goes up. Well, there is not an investment analysis. Every property is different. Street, floor, lift, condition, layout, a ver, tenant profile, area, exit strategy. Uh, all of all of these can matter. So, if you want to buy a business in Valencia, now now we are moving into another part of my work that many international clients don't know exist. Okay, a ver, in Spain, will in commercial, if you look, for example, to open a restaurant, things like that, just 1 second. Okay. To your opinion, how much cost, naturalmente, of to all our people live online right now? How much is the budget for you guys to buy a house right here in Valencia? I'm very curious about that. You can write me in a comment or in private through, of course, Salary Plus right here in TikTok, on all the platform like Facebook, LinkedIn, and etc. 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 So if you want to buy a business in Valencia, and I repeat, in Spain you will often hear the word traspaso or transfer, translated. Okay, uh, what is traspaso? Okay, let's talk about that. And naturally, if you guys have any question regarding that, you can write in a comment and we'll read you. Okay, no problem. If not, I will answer you back. Or you can also send me a private message. You can find all my information here in realestatevalencia.es, our webpage. I am Marcello Mauri, the CEO and the owner of the company. And right here, we are live today, as every week, in a special event in English for as a request, as they are requested. Talk about Valencia 2026. So back to Traspasso things. What is Traspasso? In 1 second, let's go and talk about that. Let me get a little water. Thank you. Oh, gracias. Oh, grazie. Naturally, you can ask me a question in your language, no problem. I try to answer you up. Or in Italian, italiano, si volete, senza problemi, y también en español, si queréis, ¿vale? Or especially también in English. So we can answer you up. So back to business. What is traspasso? Traspasso is not normally the purchase of the property itself. Okay, you may be acquiring an existing business or business asset and entering into a commercial premise under a lease agreement, depending on how the individual transaction is structured. So The possible elements they are included: goodwill, furniture, kitchen equipment, machinery, stock, commercial position, existing operation, of course, um, brand element, and other assets depend of the reference in question. Of course, sorry. At the same time, the wall and maybe still belong to a completely different level. So, example, if we have a example, sorry, the first example. So, restaurant. We talk about restaurant, okay? Traspasso price will be like 60 grand, okay, 60K. The rent, okay, will be 100, 500 per month, vale? Um, Lease, 7 year, okay? So, you have not budget the building for 60 grand. Okay, you have you have bought in a common an economic position, basically. Okay, connected to the business transaction, subject to the exact documentation. So the question I will ask is, before saying the 60 grand is expensive or cheap, okay, we want to know what activities is authorized, okay, through license, okay. What is the administrative status in their in their proper smoke extraction system, for example? Is there a terrace? What is the authorized capacity, okay? Or what is the who own the equipment, okay? What is the rent? How long it lease? How is the turnover? How many employ? I mean, this is they're all questions. They are very important. Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to the channel. Okay. And naturally, if you like our live, you can press the button to do a one like, and of course, you can share with the people you know. Maybe somebody are thinking to invest in Valencia, or they simply want some information or a consulting. Okay, so well, thank you everyone to watch me today, and let's go back to the business. So, entonces, we have the key price. The traspasso price alone tell me almost anything. Okay, so we need to know more. A ver, let's talk about a ver, a question I hear many times, several times, during the day of during the days. So start from zero or buy an existing business. Well, now somebody somebody may say, "Oh, why would I pay 60 grand for a restaurant? Why? But I can simply rent an empty commercial unit and build my own, right? Maybe, but be careful. Well, let's say the license problem. Let's talk about license. That's very important to know right here that there is a license problem. So let's talk about that. Finding an empty commercial property, okay, does not automatically mean you can carry out whatever activity you want inside it. Okay, so this become a particularly important with hospitality business. It's very, very important. In part of the central Valencia, there is a specific planning and acoustic restriction. Just to let you know, for certain activity and location in the city council, require a prior location consultation to confirm wherever an activity complies with a planning rules. So some restricted area are also subject to the minimum distance requirement between similar activity. There is a lot of things about that, but I have to say, okay, for example, the Old Town Citavella protection plan contain different sub areas with different rules. So, for example, so everyone probably they hear, oh, they have, if you have like a similar license right over there with in 30 meters, they don't give you the license. But there is a many things you have to figure it out. Okay, base it on the area, because each area have like an urbanistic plan and things like that, and a restriction. So I make this very clear. Okay, this does not mean you cannot open a restaurant anywhere in central Valencia. That will be correct. What it means, okay? Never sign a commercial lease, okay? Assuming that because the property is empty, your activity will automatically authorize, because not like that, okay? I mean, first check what you legally do in the permits, in a license, then fall in love with the location. So if the structure, the license, it will be approved first, then you can love the location, because you can not in a other way. So let's talk about, for example, okay, option A, okay, just to follow me. Empty commercial unit, rent 1,200 per month, zero trespasser. Okay, looks cheap, but the phrase you need is project work. Okay, electrical installation, bathroom, soundproofing, ventilation, smoke extraction, kitchen, furniture, equipment, technical professional, of course, administrative procedure, and most importantly, you first need to confirm that the activity itself can be established there. So, an option B, we talk about an existing restaurant, vale? The rent 1,500 per month. Okay, we have a trespasser, for example, 55K. Existing kitchen, yeah, we have like existing equipment, yeah, we have an existing activity situation to be a professional, verify which one is cheaper. I mean, which one is cheaper? We cannot answer by looking only at the 55 grand traspasso. The key message right here is one. Sometimes the real value of the restaurant in central Valencia is not the table or the fridge. Okay. It's the ability. One property verify. Um, to operate, they will type of the activity in the particular location. So let's begin. Let's keep going. Okay, I would like to share. I would like to share today. Okay. Oh, as a first, sorry again. Write a message right here. 1 second. Right on. Okay. 1 second, please. Yes, I will answer you back in a bit. Of course, if you guys want to send me like a message, you can send me right here in a comment or write me in a private. I will answer you back as soon as possible for sure. Okay, so back to us, for all the people who just arriving or fly right here down in our lives today. Welcome. My name is Marcello Mauri, and I'm the CEO of Real Estate Valencia.es. Okay, we are specialized in helping people invest right here in Valencia, especially in the commercial things. So if you want to open like a restaurant, bar, or whatever it is in the hospitality business, here we are to help you out. Of course, you can you can use this time, right here. Sorry, sometimes I speak different language. I forgot sometimes some word. And if you want, you can write me in a comment, and I will answer you back as soon as possible. So if you have any question regarding that. So back to business. I want to share with you guys like the five mistake international buyer make usually. Valencia is cheap. Vale. Do you not arrive with with that thinking? Okay, maybe it's cheaper than your city, but that doesn't automatically make something good value. Okay, this is very important. So the mistake number two, falling in love with a property. A beautiful property is not automatically a good investment. And the number three is signing too quickly. A ver, for a residential or commercial property, Documentation first, money second. I understand compromising, okay, in the middle. It's okay, it's good, professional. But of course, from other side, you should have all the information you need to do a good translation. Okay, and naturally, for all the people they watch me right now, if you like the live in here we are from Valencia, okay, you can like it and follow us to and share if you like it. So um, let's back to business. Sorry, just a right message just that I was reading. So let's say signing too quickly is a problem. Okay, so spending the entire budget. A ver, if you have 100K available, that doesn't not necessarily means you should spend 100 on the acquisition itself. Keep liquidity for innovation, taxes, working capital, unexpected cost. Mistake number five is copying your home country. I mean, the Spanish market is different. The Valencian market is different. Customer behavior is different. Rental rule are different. Business hour can be different. Commercial habits are different. You need to understand the local market first. Okay. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome. I hope you enjoy everything today. You guys enjoy everything. Here we are, as always, live from Valencia, talking about Valencia 2026. Okay. So, a ver, live. Now I want to dedicate a final part of this live, of course, to you. No, ask a ver, from where we are, the you guys watching me right now at the moment. Let's say from London, from Paris, from UK, from America. I'm curious, and we discuss about it. Because there is a couple question I would love to answer. I was writing a message right here. In the meantime, I put a little bit of music, and then we go straight to the point with the last step right here. Okay. Yes, I read you. 1 second, and I was looking on the chat right here. Just a second, please. Mm, mm, mm. Muy bien. Okay. So back to business. I want to give you some data card. Okay, keep this next to you. Okay, Valencia City asking price July 2026. Okay, was about 3,485. We talked at the beginning. Okay, square meter per square meter. Um, Annual change between last year's and this year, they grew up like in 8%. So it's very good point. Advertiser rent in July 2026 is going to be like 16.3 um, square meter per month. Okay. Um, like example, we talk about 5,101 square meter per square meter. Patraix 2,943. Okay. And Rescania hemos dicho 2,480, a little bit more. Okay. So the Valencia population, the city council figure like a 1 January 2025 was like 844,000 resident with a metropolitan area above 1.5 million. Okay, just to let you know. An empty permit does not automatically guarantee that your intent activity can be established this. So, location. planning compatibility must be checked where applied. Of course, this is very, very important. But back to business, let's say, just to finish our to ending our live of today. Of course, I'm here to answer any question you guys want to tell me regarding 2026 Valencia. And one of the question I want to ask on the final message. Okay, let me do it. Um, do you still believe Valencia is a good place to live and invest in 2026? Well, I think yes, actually, because absolutely. But I don't believe in buying something simply because it's Valencia. The message is, but the city has changed a lot, as we say, in the past 10 years. Okay, the market has maturated. That means you need more information today than you needed 10 years ago, for sure. Okay, so if you are buying a home, understand your lifestyle. If you are investing, understand the number. Okay, if you are buying a business, understand the business and lease. So, and you are opening a commercial activity, understand the license and planning situation before signing the permits. Okay, so my name is Marcello. I work here in Valencia with residential property, commercial permits, investment opportunity, and business transfer, especially. So this was my first live complete in English. Okay, we decided to add in English too as a request from people. So here we are, and uh, if you found itself, let me know in the comment, because I would like to make this English series, vale, a regular part of the channel. So, and if you have a specific question regarding about Valencia property, commercial, permits, or buying a business, leave it in the comment. I will see it. Thank you very much for joining me today here live in a special live right here in English. Talk about Valencia 2026. Move, buy, invest, or start a business. Well, thank you very much today to follow me and to stay right here in our live. We dedicated in English, okay, for Valencia 2006, move, buy, invest, or start business. So if you guys have any question regarding this argument, you can write me in a comment or send me a message in private, and I will get you back as soon as possible. So thank you very much to being with me today. I really appreciate it, and I hope we talking soon, and we will see, well, already tomorrow in our live that's will finish, vale. So thank you very much, muchas gracias, grazie mille, nos veremos pronto en nuestro nuevos episodios. Naturalmente, para no perderlos, os consejo naturalmente de poner un like y compartirlo con la persona que conocéis, por hacer sí que todos puedan obtener más informaciones sobre nuestro live. En inglés, bueno, for all the person they like it, please, you can like it and follow me in order to don't miss it, the new event. Okay, so thank you very much everyone, grazie mille e auguro una buona giornata a tutti quanti.